Sometimes, we wonder, how come not everybody becomes observant, keeps Shabbat and does mitzvot, and so on and so forth? I mean, after all, we do talk about spirituality. We talk about God. We talk about all these things, and so on and so forth. I'm going to tell you this. And before I tell you that, I'll tell you that if you would like to help us in the yeshiva, you could go to our yeshiva website at yeshivaetzion.com. We have a PayPal account, and all proceeds go to the yeshiva and to help us continue what we're doing now. If you have any questions or want to communicate with us, you can do so at rabbigaon@gmail.com. So, the key word is somewhere along the line is about integrity. We do talk about spirituality. We talk about the soul, right? Spirit, soul. We talk about God. Do you really know God? Did you ever bother? Okay, I understand. Okay, I know. We're not at the level of Moshe Rabbeinu. Okay, fine. But did you ever try to look into? Did you examine? Did you stop for a second and contemplate on that? You're talking about spirituality, about the spirit, about the soul. Your neshama. Did you ever bother to do anything spiritual? Are you looking for the Spirit? Did you find the Spirit within you? Are you connected with your neshama? Are you connected with your soul? Or are you just talking? Or are you just regurgitating and saying over things that you heard? Did you ever go on a spiritual journey? Did you dare to go on a spiritual journey? Do you know what a spiritual journey is all about? Talking about things that you don't know what they are, it's borderline falsehood. You wonder? That's what I'm talking to you all the time. You go to shul. Shul should be an experience, should be a spiritual experience. Going to shul is not about the Kiddush club. Going to shul is not about gossiping. Going to shul is not about taking a break from your wife. Going to shul is about seeking an asylum in a spiritual place to have a spiritual experience. To communicate with God, not to wash off your obligation so you can continue doing whatever you want to do. You're not spiritual. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You want somebody to believe you? So therefore, when you want to have influence on other people, you first of all got to have influence on yourself. You got to be truthful to to who you are and what you say. I know what I'm saying is very hard. But somebody got to say it. I mean, what are you going to do? Hang me? I don't care. I'm going to tell you the following. The problem is that when we talk about integrity, we talk about actions and doing kiruv and so on, and there are a million kiruv organizations. I can tell you this, they're not so successful. Unfortunately, I'll be a whistleblower, I don't care. Unfortunately, a lot of them became a mechanism to collect money or to raise funds and so on and so forth, or to self-promote yourself. But they're not so effective. I mean, how do I know they're so effective? Listen, there are 5.5 million Jews in America. Most of them are not religious. There's so many cure organizations. We're doing nothing. Nothing. We throw parties. Like there's no tomorrow. We make pamphlets and booklets that cost tens of thousands of dollars, and we are not effective. If there are so many care organizations, so many people doing care, so instead of doing one time I was learning. Then from learning became into chinuch, and now when you have nothing else to do, you became kiruv. What is this? And I'm going to tell you, integrity is not about the action. Integrity is about the purpose. About the purpose and the reason why you're doing what you're doing. Are you doing what you're doing for everybody's well-being, you really care about the people, or you're doing so because you want to get a ticket to Gan Eden, to your own benefit? What is the reason you're doing what you're doing? You don't have, if you're doing it for other people's benefit, to make a name for yourself, and I know plenty of people who do so, whether it's pulpit jobs or this, it's to self-promote themselves. It's not about the people. So therefore you have no integrity. If you have no integrity, I'm sorry, nobody's going to connect to you. No one will connect to you. And you're not going to be effective. And therefore it's highway robbery. No more than that. So that's the problem. We don't believe in what we say. We don't know what we're saying. And we think everybody is a fool. And it's a huge problem that we're facing right now. It's a critical point. We are at a critical point in terms of Judaism in America. We're at a critical point. We are almost at the point of no return. If we are not going to wake up and do what is needed to be done, we are going to go into the point of no return, and there's no returning from that point. And I'll tell you this, I forgot the name. He's Rabbi Belsky Alav Shalom's son-in-law that spoke about the yeshiva. He said every word he said it was true. They should not be apologetic about it. We forgot what we're doing. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, a person, a kid goes to yeshiva. It's a little problem. Or a father and a son, they have a little problem. So what are you going to do? You're going to penalize him. Right away, penalize him. And it's a huge problem in education. But it's not about that. It's about the restored relationship. How do I restore my relationship? Because if, for example, you are, let's say, my Rebbe, and I'm your Talmud, and I did something that I wasn't supposed to do, and now you get angry, so now we got to restore our relationship. You should not be punishing me. It's not about punitive. Becoming more, and I'm sorry, a lot of our yeshivot became punitives. You're not fit for the yeshiva, get out of here. We don't want you out of here. Yalla, lech mipo. What kind of a thing is that? We're throwing our kids out to the streets because they don't feel the mold of the yeshiva. And guess what? And then we want to make kiruv. Why should anybody come to this? It's a problem. It is in the concept of what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not punish us. The punishment is in the gap that we have from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The whole concept of tshuva is about restored relationship. That's the concept of tshuva. So if a Talmud did something to the yeshiva that wasn't good, so now we're going to restore it together because I'm going to teach him about the tshuva. Am I doing this for the yeshiva, or I'm doing this for what needs to be done? Is it about the action or about the purpose? Everybody wants a learner and an earner. Everybody wants the perfect life. Everybody wants to live the perfect life. I don't care if you have wearing a Hamburg and you have a beard, or you clean shave or wearing sneakers. Everybody wants the perfect life. Everybody has his own perfect life in ideas with the house, and everybody wants to not to be bothered with anything, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. But there's no such thing to have a outwardly perfect life. Your quality in life is not measured by your journey outward, but rather on your journey inward. Your perfect life will be on your avodah inside, and we should preach more and teach our kids and ourselves how to work more inside, to be more compassionate, to see myself as a part of the whole, not to see myself separated. And that's the beauty of the world. Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll talk a little bit about it today in our weekly Parashat HaShavua. But Rabotai, pay attention. Look at what we just said. I know we said some hard things, but it was for a really good reason to change it, because I am very, very concerned with the state of the affair of the Jewish people are. Look at the destruction that the reforms are trying to do now in Israel. It is catastrophe what's going on there. I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy for the sake of Am Yisrael. And that's something that we should talk about. We need to look more into our neshama, explore more the spiritual journey, make this more of something that we learn on, that we experience, not something we just talk about. We should see what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from us, from Am Yisrael. We should dwell upon Him, think upon Him, reach out for Him, call Him. And then people will come by themselves. That's the whole secret. Oh, Sheba Machziram Lamutab. The light in the Torah, the light that would shine from each and every one of us, is going to be the beacon of life, which is going to guide all those who work in the path of darkness into the light. And that is what we need to do. That will come from a journey inside of all of us, in order to, for the purpose, not for my own person to become an enlightened person, but for the purpose to help Am Yisrael. Everybody should clean himself up, look at himself up, in order to become a better kli, a better vessel, to become a chariot for the Merkava, to take all Am Yisrael together, each and every one of us. We can hold many, many Jews. Many people are thinking about, oh, when Mashiach comes, they're going to hold my tzitzit and they're going to fly. I don't care about that. I want to have Jews hanging all around me. I want to have in my hands and my legs, and everybody, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu shall give me the koach, and she'll give all of us a koach to bring Kol Am Yisrael together in front of Him. Vayikal, to do Mitzvat Hakel in Bet HaMikdash, to see HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to be seen by HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Be'ezrat Hashem be'yamenu, amen.